So I'm Jacob Dawes from the Jacob Dawes YouTube channel. I'm kind of the science guy. I like to upload videos of research projects and of things that I've built.
I'm Matthew Dawes from the Ironclad Industries channel and Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. I burn things for a living. I'm a welder. I've been working at a welding shop for a year, and I went to college for welding for a year, and then I dropped out because I was bored. And I build armor, weapons, and stuff like that.
So in this video series, we're going to basically be talking about power armor and cool things like that.
Jake is in charge of computer stuff and smart things, and I'm in charge of burning things.
Seems pretty legit.
I'm building the frame and the actual armor and all that, and he's building the electronics.
So basically how it works is this thing senses the pressure on your arm as you move, or any part of your body that the armor is attached to, and depending on how much pressure is applied to it, it will move a certain amount. And this could be made as simple or as complicated as we want and have money to do.
Iron Man.
Yeah, maybe not Iron Man.
I'm in charge of building the frame, skeleton, if you will, of the power armor. It's not just like power armor, it's like power armor and a mech put together, where it's larger than you actually are, your body. It's not as form-fitting as Iron Man. It's more like Space Marine power armor. Any nerds get that? So I built the feet already. Anybody who has liked my Facebook page saw the video of me clanking around the shop in the feet. But essentially, the frame will be just pieces of flat bar that go to every joint in between the joints and have a bearing at each joint. Like, I'm building it up from the feet. I'll have flat bar up from my shin to my knee. There will be bearing there, and then from the knee to the hip, there will be a two-way bearing there, that kind of thing. I'm building the entire frame, skeleton, whatever you want to call it. And then after that, we'll be putting the actual armor together, and that just bolts onto it. We want to make sure the frame actually works without twisting you in half before you put the armor on. Well, that'd be messy. I don't want to have to clean up bloodstains.
No, and then we need to have multiple sets of volunteers for this process.
Yes, we're taking volunteers. Fill out the application below.
Over the past few days, I've built this contraption, which probably looks really weird. So it's definitely not finalized. This is just a motor ripped out of a CD player.
That's the power armor right there.
Oh yeah, this is all it's gonna be.
That's it.
Yeah. So basically, what this contraption allows you to do, other than the fact that it's falling apart right now, it's coming out of the Arduino. But what it allows you to do is to literally, at any movement that the motor can possibly do, you can program it to do. So, and I don't know if we want to make it this complicated, or if you want to do just a simple,
just the pressure and
simple pressure-based resistor. So
we might need the programming if we want a certain part of the armor to run through a cycle of movements or something like that.
That's like, what I was thinking.
If I do some fancy thing like Iron Man, how the faceplate slides up, if I do something like that, we might want it programmed. I started working on that power fist type thing.
Okay.
So I made just the basic version of it that doesn't have any springs or pistons or anything like that. It's basically just... Actually, I'll go get it. Brute force solves everything.
That's awesome.
So, this is the first version, obviously. This is actually a 3/4 inch plate. That's extremely heavy. And when you swing, it keeps wanting to tip that way, because it's just a bar that you hold it. So.
Oh. You may need another, like, a strap or something.
Yes, I drilled a hole here. So there's going to be a strap that goes around your arm.
Mm-hmm.
But this is basically what Zombie Go Boom tested.
Uh-huh.
But
so that was PVC, wasn't it?
Pipe. It was PVC pipe and it broke. So I made this for them. I dented a sheet of 10-gauge steel with this, like almost tore through it.
So I guess the next thing that I need to do probably is build the potentiometer thing. I just don't know exactly how to go about doing that with the stuff that I've got.
Yeah. You could make a large, clumsy version of it easily, but you wouldn't really be able to refine it for the little tiny ones until you got professionally made parts.
The issue that I'm finding is to find the right resistive substance that has enough resistance, but not too much. Enough that, you can slow down the motor actually, and and stop it, but not so much that the motor won't turn at all. You could use just for now, you could use like a graphite strip, and then put a bunch of resistors in parallel with it. Because if you do the math, it works out. It's just it's a little bit bulkier because you have to have all those extra resistors, but those could be stored somewhere else.
But we could use this as a prototype and make it smaller eventually.
Yeah, once we have the right variable resistor, to use, then it'll be just fine. But for the time being, we could try to do that, and I could just hot glue some contraption together.
Okay, that would work. I'm going to work on the ankles so I can attach the feet. Did you see the feet video? Oh yeah, I sent it to you. I'm going to make the ankles, and then I'm going to work my way up the legs. I'll probably be able to get to the hips really easily. The knees are easy because they only bend one way. Or
well, they're actually supposed to bend one.
Yeah. So I'm going to work on the legs. I'm going to order some steel. I can't use scrap anymore. I have to actually order some.